Aloha, and welcome to episode 3 of Hiking Adventures with Brian. In this episode, we will be hiking to Waimano Falls. The Waimano Falls Trail is located at the very top of Pacific Palisades in Pearl City. To get to this hike, you will need to drive up into the back of this neighborhood and find street parking along the side of the road. Please be sure that when you park that you are not blocking anyone's driveway, and try not to make too much noise while getting up to the trailhead, as this is located in a residential neighborhood. At the entrance to the trailhead, you will see a green metal gate with a huge sign, which marks the beginning of the trail. As you walk in past the sign, you will notice that the trail is paved in the beginning before turning into a dirt path. You will also notice that there are several flying bugs and insects here as well, so be sure to spray yourself down with some bug spray if you are prone to itchiness from insect bites. The beginning of the trail is fairly shaded in most areas, but I recommend putting on sunscreen if you burn easily, as there are parts of the trail where you will be exposed directly to the sun. Along the way, as you enter, you will get several nice scenic views of Waimano Valley. Once you have reached the end of the paved trail, you will most likely encounter a few areas that may be slightly muddy depending on the weather conditions in the preceding days. Compared to a few other trails, it will most likely be dry at the start of the trail. Don't be fooled, however, because there are some areas that can get fairly muddy as you get closer to the falls. As you proceed inward, you will start to notice that the elevation gradually goes up before going down again. As you continue walking, you will eventually encounter a slightly narrow path that winds a little bit before it starts sloping downward for a bit. At about 3/4 of the way through the hike, you will eventually encounter a T-intersection where you can either go left or right. If you follow the path to the left, it is a more direct route which leads to the falls at the end of the trail, but has a few inclines and downward slopes before you finally reach the major one that is a steep path down to the falls and pool of water below. To the right is a longer path which follows along a stream and eventually leads to the falls at the very end. You'll know that you have reached the falls as you will come across a fairly decent sized pool of water surrounded by a few rock faces. Above the very bottom pool are two other pools with waterfalls, which you can swim in as well. The bottom pool is the only one that is deep enough that you can jump into safely. Once you're done swimming or admiring the falls, you can take one of two paths to get back to the trailhead entrance. I hope that you have enjoyed this episode and will come back again next week for a future episode where we will go on more hiking adventures. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos.